Hello, my name is Asha, and I am also known as the Intuitive Wanderess. Welcome to the magical and mystical space where we dive deep into what it means to trust ourselves and follow our own paths. Join me as we manifest a life that meets our heart's desires, filled with abundance and fun. Hello, welcome back to another episode of The Intuitive Wanderess. I'm your host, Asha, and I think this is going to be my last episode of my 20s, in my 20s, I guess. I'm going to be turning 30 on Sunday, and I don't know, I'm really excited about this next chapter of my life. I feel like so much has been birthed and created from my experiences thus far. So much of me wanting to create my own path, trust myself, build my own legacy, I guess, and completely own myself and own who I am unapologetically. Like, all of that really has just been a welcoming of this next chapter of my life. And I'm very excited. I'm looking forward to see what love and career and health and travel and etc. have in store for me. So far, it's been really amazing. Like I said, there's just been so much experiences, even in the most recent couple of years, that have just broken me open, honestly, and expanded me. And I'm just coming on the other side of it, and I'm feeling really amazing, and really proud of myself. So the biggest gift I can give myself for my 30th is fully owning my truth, being unapologetic, loving myself, loving others, and just sharing what I have to offer, because I know it's going to benefit someone, right? I'm honestly just in love right now. I'm very much in love with life. It hasn't been straightforward with me. It hasn't been all rosy, but it's definitely been worth it. Definitely. All right, guys. So today's episode, we are going to be talking about, what are we going to be talking about? Well, I want to talk about our desires and getting what we want. I had a dream the other night, and I was reminded how dreams can be really weird. Like, you ever wake up the next morning after having a dream, and one, you either forget it or you're trying to explain it to someone, and it just, as you're explaining it, it sounds crazy, because in reality, the dream didn't make sense. It made so much sense in the dream, but not when you're trying to explain it once you've woken up. Well, I'm kind of looking at desires like that, and the idea of I get to have what I want. So, like dreams, a lot of the things that are happening in your dreams are really just symbols and representations to either express actual feelings that you have, to express physical feelings, emotional feelings, subconscious beliefs, those kind of things. I'm noticing that a lot of the things that I want in life, me personally, I'm not as gung-ho on them. Is that a phrase? Oh Lord. I'm not as clingy to these desires. The only times that I have been very clingy to my desires has been like when I'm feeling almost desperate, or I'm feeling like I just can't really have what I want. So ultimately, I'm emitting a vibration of I can't have what I want. So I have to really hold on to this so strongly so that I can prove to myself that I can get it. Otherwise, my desires have just been lighthearted or things that feel like a conviction, but I have faith in the process. I trust that things are going to work out. So that's probably my first distinction. My first distinction is desires that feel really good, right? They feel clear. They feel obvious. It just assimilates with you. Like, yeah, of course, that's what I want. The less clingy I am towards those desires, the more I believe I'm going to have it. The more I can trust the process, the more I can have faith and allow things to unfold naturally. Now, when I have desires that I am very clingy towards, then that's really coming from a space of, I can't really have this. So I'm literally feeling like the horse with the carrot dangling right in front of me. I'm hauling ass to get to this desire that I'll never really get. That's kind of what it's symbolizing. This has just been my experience. So, what I've really done to really dismantle my desires and to fall into this space of just understanding and having compassion for myself, I've been recognizing that my desires are symbols, and I've been trying to get to the bottom of what it really means. So let's go with a few examples. Everyone on this earth, I'm sure, is thinking about two main things. Maybe it's just me, but usually if it's like not money or career, it's like relationships or something. So we'll go with money, just because I saw an amazing affirmation that totally captured this. So let's say you have this desire for more money, right? There's nothing wrong with that. Yeah, there can be limiting beliefs that, oh my gosh, money is the root of all evil. You shouldn't be wanting more. Be grateful for what you have, blah, 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 blah. But at the end of the day, if God has placed it in your heart, or whatever, or whoever has placed it in your heart, then why not? Why not have that desire? So let's say you try to get really specific on what this desire means. It's like, okay, well, I need to have, maybe I want to accrue like $10,000 a month. Like that's really important to me. I want to bring in that amount of money each month. So that's my desire. Now, I'm not saying that you can't have exactly that, but if someone dropped off $10,000 a month every month for you, and it didn't mean anything, right? Like there was no value to that money, how would you feel then? Would you feel fulfilled? Would you feel like your desire's been met? Right? So what I'm trying to get at is, a lot of our desires and the things that we're asking for, it's with an expectation that it's going to bring us something. It's going to either bring us joy, bring us happiness, bring us freedom, make us feel good, make us feel happy. You're not going to want to date somebody unless you thought that they were going to bring something good to your life. You wouldn't want to have money unless you thought that it was going to bring some form of freedom or flexibility or ease to your life. The dollar bill itself, just in your pocket, look, I mean, if that's what you're into, then sure, right? How many times have you attracted a beautiful person because you wanted a good looking partner, but then they were like shallow, or you guys had nothing in common, or, it's just two different personalities. It just didn't flow. Yeah, you got what you wanted, but it wasn't exactly what you wanted. So with the desire of money, I've been focusing more on not the desire of money itself, but what it is that I'm truly asking for. Because I already have money. I'm making money. Things are stable. I'm good. What else is it that I want? Well, I personally want a level of freedom and autonomy. I personally want to experience ways of accruing money and earning money in a manner that feels freeing and exciting and in alignment with what it is that I love to do, rather than exchanging my time and energy for money in ways that feel icky or feel draining all the time. I want to earn a certain amount of money that allows me to feel this freedom. Maybe that fluctuates. Maybe one month it's 10,000, maybe another month it's 6,000 or 4,000 or more or less. I don't really know what that is, nor do I care. What I really care about is feeling free, feeling good, right? Same thing with desiring a partner. You may desire a certain person or a certain type of relationship or certain type of experience. And then it's like, okay, well, why? Let me try to extract from this desire to get to the bottom of what it is that I'm really asking for. Because the clearer we are on what it is we're asking for, the more obvious it is that it's already right here for us to experience, right? So it's not a matter of us self-sabotaging. We're not intentionally self-sabotaging. We are just not understanding what it is that we truly want. We're not understanding that all that exists is the now, not the past, not the future. So in this moment, in this present moment, the level of freedom you're asking for, the level of joy, abundance, love, safety, security that you're asking for is right here. It's right here. And oftentimes, I like to look at desires and wants as a permission slip, right? You want this partner so that you are given permission to love freely, because that's the only way you can love, huh? You want this money so that you can actually do what you love without feeling guilty about it, right? Without feeling like you're wasting time or taking away anything or something from someone or from yourself financially. If we want to look at it with examples of health and fitness, you may desire to look a certain way. I want to be 100 pounds skinnier, or I want to be thicker. All of those things are totally possible. I'm not trying to say that these quote unquote symbolic desires or these desires representing as symbols are bad or that you can't have them. But when you stay so focused on that, you take yourself away from your current experience, right? If you're literally saying, I cannot be satisfied until I'm this weight, then what are you going to do in between as you're trying to get to that weight? There's a process. You have to start to eat right. You have to start to work out. You have to start to do different things. So you're just going to be unhappy and dissatisfied that whole time? Well, good luck staying motivated to get that body or to have that goal. You know what I mean? You want to experience love and joy and feel so yummy with a person, but you're not going to feel that until you have that person. So how the hell are you going to date, sis? How are you going to open your heart, sir? I'm just trying to understand, like, how is that going to work if you don't allow yourself to love and to be love, to experience joy, to experience trust, right? If you can't trust a specific person, maybe, then trust God. Trust yourself. If you can't love this person or accept everything about them, well, start accepting you, accepting your feelings, integrating it as a part of your experience, and know that everything is working in your favor. And you just cannot get this wrong. So, yeah, it just really dawned on me, because just like your dreams, some of these desires are just kind of playing out the best way they can so that you can stay focused on what it is that you want behind that desire, what you're hoping and expecting, what you are truly desiring and feel you need permission to experience. So let's just recap a little. The first thing I'm trying to say is when you want something, no matter what it is, when you can integrate that within yourself, meaning you can take in that desire without feeling ashamed, feeling guilty, feeling weird about it, when you can embrace that desire, feel a little nervous because it's bigger than you, but feel excited, and you can feel like it's possible, then you're right on track. Now, when you have a desire that makes you feel really nervous, you may feel a little guilty about it. You may feel a little ashamed about it. You may feel like it's just not possible. You may tend to experience this need to control this desire, or you may experience this almost obsession of this desire. And it's really because that desire is yours and you are supposed to experience it, especially if that desire is for the good of you, for the good of others around you. But there's work that has to be done sometimes. There's inner work of coming into the awareness that, yes, I'm deserving of what it is that I'm asking for. Yes, I can have this. Yes, I can have this and not feel like it's taking away from other people. And when you actually focus on yourself and you focus on building yourself up to accept that part of you that wants whatever it is that you're wanting, you're making money moves. You feel me? You're making moves towards growth and expansion. And all of that energy that you wanted or that you have to try to cling to this desire, to cling or control this desire, that's really just energy that needs to be redirected to you, back into you and back into you just being able to accept what it is that you're asking for and to embrace it. Because the minute that you're able to embrace what it is that you're asking for, you're coming into alignment that it's already yours. I'm a true believer that God does not put desires in your heart just for no reason. There's nothing that's unintentional with God. So when desires come into my heart, I trust them. And my only job is to grow into myself to know that I'm deserving of this desire and that I can have it and that I will have it. And it's just a matter of time. Things are unfolding perfectly. And the only work I have to do is to become the version of me who can own this desire, who can own the abundance that I'm looking for, the partnership that I'm looking for, the health I'm looking for, the new home, the family, the business entrepreneur, whatever it is that you desire. Your only job is to become the version of you who owns that desire, who's confident enough to just own it, like fully own it. And I'm not really big on feeling like you have to tell everyone your desire because it will show itself, right? Your desires for life, the things that you want, it will express itself into reality because that's just how it goes. So whatever that's in the dark will come into light. Whatever it is that you and God have in secret will show up for others to see. And I really do believe in somewhat of a secrecy when it comes to the things that you want in life, because everyone is experiencing their own limitations, right? Let's say I have a friend and she wants to create her own business. If I have my own limitations on creating business, or let's say I failed multiple times in creating business, I may tarnish her vision. I may look at her and be like, girl, I don't think you should do that. Or, are you sure? Or just my energy alone can sway her into doubting herself, into doubting what she's already seen within herself. Right? So take the time to become the version of you. Like I said, take the time to become the version of you who can fully own and embrace this desire, and to move with conviction, to move with faith and trust in the process that, oh, it's just a matter of time. And when you're in that space, you'll know it. When you're in that space, then you may not feel the need to either talk about it or hide it in a way that's like, oh my gosh, I don't want people to know because I'm embarrassed. It's just like, nah, this is what I'm working on. This is what's happening. So yeah, it's just very interesting to me. And I think another thing when it comes to just desires being that initial symbol, we are controlling by nature. We want to control things because we want to feel safe. We want to be in control or fix things in our immediate reality so that we feel secure. Right? If somebody cries and you're uncomfortable with them crying, you may say something like, don't cry, because you're trying to control the situation. Maybe not always intentionally, but you're trying to control the situation because you don't want to feel that discomfort and you don't want them to feel that discomfort, as opposed to just letting them cry. I look at desires in that way as well. Sometimes the things that I'm asking for is just step one. But I get so gung-ho. Oh, here I go with that word again. I get so fixated on that initial desire that I think that's the only way I'm going to experience what it is that I truly want behind that. So let's go back to an example. If I'm wanting, my desire and my limited view, right, is I need $10,000 a month in order to be financially stable, secure, and to do all of the things that I want to do. That may or may not be true. But because that is what my initial desire is, and I'm not taking into account that the reason for this is so that I can feel free, financially free, so that I can feel at ease, relaxed, so I can contribute to my life and the lives of others in the way that I want to, so that I don't feel restricted. Because I'm not looking at those secondary, more potent desires and needs, I get so fixated on I have to make 10,000, I have to make 10,000 a month, I have to make $10,000 a month. And I start to limit myself, because what I could have done is recognize, okay, well, I want to be able to contribute to others in ways that I don't have to penny pinch, and I don't have to think, oh, I don't have enough money for this person's birthday and I can't attend this part. No, I want to just be able to enjoy my loved ones, and I want to contribute and invest in them. Right? So when I focus there, then like attracts like. The law of attraction, abundant mindset shows you that that is already there. And you start to find creative ways and obvious ways on how to do that now, how to experience your truest desires now. And the more that you attract this and experience this in your now, because that's all that exists, the more you attract that in so many different ways. And if it just happens to come through as $10,000 a month, that's amazing. But it could also come as $15,000 a month or $20,000 a month, but you were so stuck on 10 that you missed all your blessings because you were just literally nose to the pavement, right? You were so fixated on just that $10,000 a month that you didn't realize that there were so many blessings all around you and so many ways for you to experience this now. And it's like we have to stop waiting for permission from things outside of us. We have to give ourselves permission to experience what it is that we are wanting now. Same thing goes with relationships. You want a certain relationship that feels safe, that allows you to open your heart and allows you to love. That's absolutely your birthright. Damn right you should have a relationship that feels good and safe. And damn right you've experienced some things that have stopped you or hurt you, and now you're having to kind of pick up the pieces on your own. And you have this wall built up, so it's hard for you to see the possibilities that are around you that are presenting love and abundance and freedom and security and safety. And it's like, there's nothing wrong with that. But if you keep focusing on maybe a specific relationship, a specific kind of person, you're gonna kind of block yourself, right? You're gonna block yourself because you're literally telling yourself, I can't have this now. I can't. I can't have this love now. Not realizing that the love may be poured into you through your best friends who are supporting you, or through your family members, or through your kids, or through your pets. Yeah, but I still want my romantic partner. Absolutely. But you have to vibrate with love. You have to be love in order to experience more of it. You have to open your heart. So, in this moment, surround yourself and do things that open your heart now. And you will start to attract more and more things. And you'll realize how abundant we are. It's not just going to be this specific relationship, but also 10,000s of other ways where you can experience love in this moment. We're deserving of an abundance of good things in our lives. We are deserving of multiple ways of experiencing things, right? So your initial desire, while it is valid and it's totally possible, I don't want to take away the fact that it's not possible and that it's not going to happen. But if there's a part of you that feels like you just have to really cling on to this, ask yourself, am I focusing on the how? And what is it that I really want? Because I'm thinking the only way that I'm going to experience X, Y, and Z is through this. The only way I'm going to experience a relationship that feels good is if I'm married. This is why I want to be married. Well, that could be true. But if you're moving in that way, you're always going to be so restricted and you're not going to be able to see what's available to you. So I don't know, like that has just been really profound for me. I've just noticed there's been so many things that I've experienced that I didn't even really like forcefully ask for or want, but it was the things that I needed the most. For example, I had gone to the West Coast for the first time this year, 2 times, and I had no idea that that was even going to happen. I had a desire to travel more and to feel like I had the flexibility to do that. And, you know, moving into this career path where I've been able to create my own schedule, I was able to experience that. So the way that it ended up coming through, the how, so to speak, ended up being me getting invited to celebrate a birthday in Las Vegas with my best friends. It was me visiting my cousin in Washington, and it just unfolded. And it just shows me like things are always working in my favor. I don't have to hold on to nothing. I don't have to cling on to anything. All I have to do is recognize, what is it that I really want, right? It's like, what do you really want? Think about it like, if you're a man listening to this, you know you've experienced it with either your woman, your sisters, your mother, your aunts. And if you're a woman, you already know. A woman can say, oh, I'm fine. We know damn well she ain't fine. Is there something wrong? No, nothing. Like, there's more to it, right? And when you can just Allow her, like, what is it that you really want, baby girl? What is it that you really, really want? And you think she's over here fighting you because you didn't clean up after yourself, but really she just feels like you're not acknowledging her. That was what the real desire is. That's why a lot of the times, especially as men can be, they feel so dumbfounded. It's like, you wanted me to clean up the house. I cleaned up the house. You're still mad at me. Yeah, well, technically, she didn't necessarily just want you to clean the house. She wanted to feel seen or acknowledged or appreciated. And we all tend to do this. We all tend, well, I'm not going to say all of us. I can't speak for everyone else, but I know that for me, I have done that. I have limited myself by not truly acknowledging what it is that I wanted. And I know I'm rambling just a bit, but I really hope that this makes sense to you all because I want everybody to have what it is that they want. Like, everybody deserves to experience the life that they want to live. And my intention is to just share through my personal experience ways where I have been able to get clearer on what it is that I want. And through that clarity, those things have come to me so effortlessly and so miraculously. And I'm just really grateful. I'm really grateful for it. And I'm just excited to see what's to come. So I think we'll end off here. I guess I'll talk to you guys when I'm 30. Bye.